What's going on, guys? So I have the other half of my package from the FragranceNET order that I made the other day. So we've got a Mancera fragrance, we've got some Azzaro fragrances, and I can't remember the fourth fragrance for the life of me. Obviously, I could have checked it on the order prior to this, but it eludes me. But we're about to bust it open anyways, see what all these smell like, and give you my thoughts. Let's discuss them. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. Montale Fougeres Marine Tester. That's what the other one was. So I got two niche fragrances. This is supposed to be like a niche version of Tommy Cologne. So I've been meaning to get this for a long time. And then we have one of the newer releases, Azzaro Cologne Intense. Very curious about this one. I've been wanting to get it since it got announced. Got a 50 ml for like 17 or 18 bucks. Azzaro pour Homme Lo. Believe it's like a grapefruit aromatic. So we shall see. And then probably the heaviest hitter of the group, Soleil d'Italie is what I understand is how to pronounce it, from Mancera. It's supposed to be like kind of like niche Dolce & Gabbana light blue, and that's one of my favorite fragrances ever. So I'm bound to love that one. Then the random stuff. So the women's Exceptional Because You Are is the one they sent this time. Another one of those fragrance.com compact mirrors. I opened the other one the other day. I got that one open right here. So they always send some random stuff, and then other random coupon garbage that completely irrelevant. But I'm gonna get all of these busted open, and then we'll go through them one by one. Okay, so we're gonna start with some Azzaro fragrances and work our way up. Azzaro Cologne Intense. I believe it's a 3-note note breakdown. I want to say it's mastic, which is kind of a lightly powdery, almost musky type of note. Lavender and a citrus. Don't remember which. I don't remember if it's lime or grapefruit or what, but I believe it's just like a 3-note note breakdown. I've looked at the notes before. That's why I'm pretty accurate. I'm just not 100% sure on which it is. A nice, gorgeous sea green type of color inside the box, and that is a cool looking gradient design, I have to say. Check that out. Azzaro Cologne Intense, yellow to green gradient. It's cool looking, irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, but I do like my Azzaro Pour Homme flankers. I'm slowly acquiring more and more. Hell, in this video we got 2 more. So let's give it a spray and see. Sprayed right away, 2 good sprays. See what we're working with. Oh, that's very pleasant. Very easygoing. Nice, healthy dose of lavender. Let me get rid of some more of that perfumer's alcohol so we can really get an accurate depiction of this top note. I like this. I like this a lot. This smells like lime. It smells like lime. A lot of lavender. This is definitely a lavender-dominant fragrance. This is nice. It's not groundbreaking. It's a simple, fresh fragrance that's got some nice pop in the opening. It's a little bit of a dense woody smell in the background, but there's no woody note if I remember correctly. I actually quite like this. The opening's very nice. This suits my taste a lot. I really, really like this opening. This is a great opening. Easygoing, grabbing some lunch on a hot summer's day is kind of the mental image I get with this fragrance. On the go, in the heat. That's the kind of scent profile this is. If you're on the go, you're out and about, you're doing things, you're running errands, you're going places, you're out shopping, you're grabbing lunch, any of these things that you're on the go on a hot day, that's what this reminds me of, where it's casual, but it's not too laid back. Like, there's a little bit of zest, there's a little bit of pop in this citrus up top. It's got a little bit of an astringent quality. That's why I say a little bit of zest. Not like an orange zest by any means, but more of an effervescent quality. Like there's a serious bright pop to this opening. Like I said, nothing groundbreaking here, but damn, it smells good. You know, just cut and dry. It smells good. Now, is it worth the 50-ish dollars I paid for it? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe if you can wait and let it drop in price a little bit more. Granted, I don't regret my purchase because right now I'm really enjoying smelling this, regardless of what performance ends up being. I don't know if it's going to be a 2-hour fragrance or a 10-hour fragrance. I doubt it's going to be a 10-hour fragrance, but if I can get anywheres in the 3 to 6 hour range, I'm good. With this type of scent profile, I understand super fresh doesn't always translate into longevity, long-term longevity. So this is really nice. We'll do first impressions rating at the end of the video on all once we've smelled all 4. But I like this. I like this. The bottle looks cool. That's a plus. Don't get me wrong. But I really like this. Basic, nothing complex and deep and unique here. But it just smells good. Next, we're looking at Azzaro Pour Homme Low. So we're doing the 2 Azzaro flankers first. This is one that I've wanted to get over and over and over for the last several years. Specifically from FragranceNET. I kept looking at it because they've had it for so long. It was a 100 ml the last forever that I've been looking at in the 20 some odd $30 range, but I think this was like 17 bucks for this 50 ml. It's frosted glass, I don't remember the notes specifically. Like I said, we're not pulling up any notes, but I believe it's a grapefruit lavender fragrance, like one of those scent profiles that's been done, But I don't know, I like stuff like that. Let's see what we're working with here. One really good spray and one little chintzy spray. Give that a second. Wow, it's dripping down my hand. See that? It's a pretty serious spray. It's dripping. So we'll give it a second. A little bit of like a eucalyptus kind of mintiness to it. Very, almost like a frozen cologne smell. Like it's minty, icy type of smell here. Like a frozen grapefruit kind of smell. This is this is nice. Not super unique. I feel like I've smelled something like this before. There's a little bit of a soft, spicy quality in the background. Like it does resemble Azzaro Pour Homme from this dose of lavender and this soft spiciness I detect in the background. This is kind of like a great office fragrance in the heat. Like if you're the type that wears Azzaro Pour Homme or Azzaro Pour Homme Intense in the cooler months, this is the alternative, the translation of that scent profile for a fresher take for a warmer setting. It's a bit of an old school barbershop aromatic fougere vibe, just very fresh. Like I said, I feel like this could have released alongside Azzaro Pour Homme many years ago, decades ago when it first came out. Like this would be the fresh version of that fragrance. It does remind me of the original, so it being the low flanker makes sense. This is the fresh version for sure. I could see this being a little polarizing for younger guys, maybe not being into this style because it's an older masculine smell. I could see them dubbing it an old man smell because it's a classic style. But I have an appreciation for stuff like this. This smells really good. This is well put together. This is kind of a refined fresh fragrance. Think fragrances like Eau Sauvage from Dior. Think fragrances like Platinum Egoiste. Not necessarily smelling exactly like that, but of that genre, these old school barbershop fragrances that have a good bit of freshness to them. A lot of citrus, just juicy freshness at the top. I like this, and for $17, you can do way worse on a fragrance for $17 than Azzaro Pour Homme Low. I don't see everybody wanting to run out and grab this, though. This is not going to be for everyone. But I like it. It's got a spot in my collection for sure, especially for the price. It's a steal at that price, in my opinion, if you like these older style barbershop aromatics. It's got the fougere appeal. There's the spices in there. It's got a little herbaceous feel to it for sure. But it's more of a citrus aromatic fougere. Like, I know that's 3 classifications, and it's typically usually just 2, but you get a lot of citrus up top, but it does smell like an aromatic fougere. Very aromatic. This is good. This is really good, especially for 17 bucks. This is pretty much what I expected it to smell like. There's no surprises here with this fragrance for me. I like it. I'm digging it. Azzaro pour Homme Low. Now we're moving into the big boys. Fougeres Marine. So most of my Montale bottles are testers like this. They don't come with the bag. They come in a plain white box with the label on the bottom. And you got to set them up. Like, there's some assembly required. Like, here's the atomizer. The pin doesn't go through the neck. It goes through the actual atomizer. You just pop it on. As you can see, it comes with that around it. It's some assembly required with these testers. See? And it's all good. I'm used to it. Like I said, I have several testers for Montale. Hear that? Getting all that pressure out. The pressure built up from this altitude. All right, now it's clicked on. Here we go. Fougeres Marine, supposed to be Tommy Cologne by Tommy Hilfiger. Just a niche version. I'm sure it won't be exactly the same, 2 good sprays. But if it's pretty damn close, still leaked a little bit. I got most of the pressure out, though, so it didn't really leak on me. But let's see. Wow, I smell it out there. That does remind me of Tommy Hilfiger. Ooh, I'm excited now. Definitely a higher quality take on Tommy Hilfiger. Those of you that have been watching me for a while, you know how I feel about Tommy Cologne. Damn. I should have bought this sooner. Holy shit. It does smell like Tommy Cologne. Like, the scent memory I'm getting is like 1990s, early 2000s. Not even the, watered down versions that I have now. I'm pretty damn excited. Guys, if y'all like Tommy Cologne and you're looking for performance, I mean, all Montales perform great. This is going to be the remedy. I didn't pay much. I have to go look. I paid $60, $70, 70 bucks, I think, for this, for a 100 ml. It's definitely got a little bit more of an aquatic feel than Tommy. Like, it's not spot on exact, but immediately the first whiff I got of the aroma, I thought Tommy Cologne. Granted, I was going into it expecting it to be, but you don't know until you smell it, obviously. And this really does smell like Tommy Hilfiger, Tommy Cologne. I'm in love. I'm not at a loss for words, but I'm taken back because Tommy Cologne is the most nostalgic fragrance in my world, in my lifetime, ever to me. So to find a more dense, higher quality version of that fragrance really means a lot to me. Like, this is... Like, don't let my facial expression make you think I'm not as excited as I was moments ago. I'm overwhelmed with happiness right now. I can't believe this smells like vintage Tommy Cologne, but a higher quality version of it still. And I know it's going to perform great. It's a Montale fragrance. They all perform great. Oh, it's very green. It's got that bitter, juicy quality to it, a little fresh, spicy. It's got all of the attributes of Tommy Cologne. I'm so happy I bought this. I'm so freaking happy I bought this. Justin is a big fan of Tommy Cologne. I don't know if he's ever smelled this, because I think he would have a bottle if he has. So the next time I know I'm going to see Justin, I'm bringing this bottle. Justin needs to smell this. Justin, if you see this video, you need to smell this. Any of you that are fans of Tommy Cologne, you need to smell this. It's not that you should smell it. You need to smell this if you're a fan of Tommy Cologne. I have procrastinated far too long. I'm a little disappointed in myself that I didn't buy this sooner because I've been wanting it for a while. I've heard this about it for a long time now. It's not just in the last couple of months that I've heard that. It's been a few years. Wow. This is so good. This is even a little bit classier, a little bit dressier than Tommy Cologne. I think it's because of that uptick in quality. Yeah. Tommy Cologne fans, you need to smell Montale Fougeres Marine. Soleil d'Italie. I feel like I should have saved Fougeres Marine for last. Because I'm so taken back by how much that smells like frickin' niche Tommy. I mean, really. And the craziest thing about this, so there's potential for this to happen again with this fragrance because, like I said, those of you that know my story, my fragrance story, know that the two most pivotal fragrances in my world are Tommy Cologne and Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the original. And this is supposed to be similar to being a niche version of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. So I don't know how accurate that is, but damn it, if I immediately think light blue, I don't know. I might get overwhelmed with emotion here, you know? And also a little bit of shame, like how dare me put these off for so long, if that's the case, you know? Here we go. Get it to focus. Usually if I put it in front of my face, it'll focus. Come on. Let's get a good shot of that label. There we go. It is the magnetic cap version. All right. So we're going on the other forearm. Let's see what we're working with here. I don't know the note breakdown. All I know is it's supposed to be kind of like niche Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Not light blue intense either, like the original light blue. I'm not breathing through my nose yet. I want to wave this off. It's potent. I can taste it. This is definitely the strongest fragrance in this video, for sure. Not exact, but it has that vibe. Not exact, but it definitely has the vibe. There is some similarity, but not one-to-one. Fougeres Marine is damn near, like, it's super, super close with Tommy, but I definitely do think light blue when I smell this, though. This is a little bit fruitier version of light blue. It's got a nice, airy sea breeze smell going for it. This is easygoing. This is beach vibes right here, guys. This is vacation style. But there's also an elegance here. Like, it doesn't smell super playful, but it's not serious at all. When I say it's an elegant smelling fragrance, this is Hawaiian shirts at the bar kind of thing. And I know that's not the most elegant thing to describe. I get that. But I feel like business meetings for brunch, white Oxford, warm weather, this will dress up like that. But at the same time, there's never a bad time to smell like this type of scent profile. There's some depth to this scent. It's not just a basic citrus aromatic aquatic smell, like a woody aquatic. There's a blast of citruses here. There's an airy sea breeze, sea notes kind of smell going on. It's a little fruity sweet, but it's not a lot of sweetness. There's just a little touch, kind of just sitting right there in the background. Easy to pick up, but not in your face. Not heavy to the nose. Not heavy to my sense of smell. A little bit of orange kind of settling in, kind of separating itself. Very airy. It's got a little bit of like a background floral tone. Maybe there's a little touch of white florals in here. Maybe some rose, maybe some jasmine. I'm not 100% sure. But there's definitely a little bit of a floral tone in the backdrop. But it's still the main player here is this citrus, fresh, not too zesty, not too bright, but still has this smooth sea breeze smell to it. I could see this being a freaking compliment beast because it's loud in the beginning. Like, I could taste it when I first sprayed it. So this stuff is going to have a trail. This stuff is going to push. And knowing Mancera's performance with their freshies, because Wave Musk performs great for me. That's prior to this, my favorite fresh Mancera fragrance, like super fresh. Wave Musk has been the one for me for a long time now, and it's got great performance for how light and airy it actually is. And I feel like this has a similar style of performance based on what I'm getting right now. It doesn't come across as very masculine. I feel like this is extremely unisex. Anybody can wear this. I could see my wife wanting to wear this as well. This is easy to keep going back to enjoy. This, if I had to pick one that if compliments are important to you guys, now I'm saying this in a first impressions video, have not received a single compliment from any human being on this. Just based on the style of fragrance and how it smells, I could see this being very magnetic and want to pull people in. To know what you're wearing, to tell you smell nice, to kind of inquire to know what that scent is, because this is super attractive. This would be, now look, I may never get a compliment ever when I wear this fragrance. You never know what's going to happen. It's a crapshoot, but it smells like the type of scent that has a heightened chance at getting you that opportunity for somebody to tell you smell nice. If that kind of stuff's important to you, this is the fragrance in this video. Damn, this smells good. They all smell really good. Of these four, if I was to do a blind smell with random people, I think Azzaro Pour Homme Low, because of its classic style, would probably get the lowest rating out of all of them. But I have a feeling this would be the one everybody would like the most. This and Cologne Intense, I think, would be the two. So this is a winner. This is a damn good winner. It does remind me of light blue, but it doesn't smell exactly like light blue, so I'm not getting the same overwhelming feeling like I did with Fougeres Marine for how close it is to Tommy. But it's going to be tough to decide which is the best fragrance in this video between the two, but it's going to be one of the two is going to get the higher rating. But guys, this is sample worthy. Another one that's not groundbreaking, but it's done right. Sometimes a done to death style can be separated from the rest when it's done right. When the blend is right, the quality is the right type of quality for the scent profile, because not everything has to be top tier quality. Not everything has to be super synthetic. There's a middle ground that you can find to where you can still achieve the level of performance a lot of people are looking for and still accomplish that scent profile to where it's on a different quality level from the designers. I would say this is a slight step above designer, kind of like a higher end designer smell, more so than a luxury high-end niche fragrance, but with the blend of a niche fragrance to where you can detect different notes a little bit easier than you can with some designer fragrances that have more synthetic smells to them. And this is definitely going to have the staying power and the projection. This is really freaking nice. Soleil d'Italie from Mancera. Okay, so first things first. The first one we smelled, it's been a little bit now. It's dried down on my hand. It's changed a little bit. It's gotten a little earthy tone to it. It's not as bright. The lavender's still set in there. The dry down's a little different. It's different from the opening. The opening's super inviting on Azzaro Cologne Intense. Super inviting. It does change. It gets a little earthy and powdery, and I actually kind of like it. It's oddly attractive, but I could see this dry down turning some people off a little bit. I'm kind of digging this. Do I think it's the best fragrance in the video? No, clearly, based on my reactions for the last couple. But this is solid. This is a solid fragrance. I think this is every bit of a 6.5 out of 10. I'm going to spend time with it. I'm going to do a full review on this one and see if it's just one of those fragrances that most people should pass on, or if it's just okay. Because I feel like right now, in the first impressions, it's better than good. That's why I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. My ratings are a 6 and 6.5 are better than good. 5 is good. Very good is 7 and 7.5. Great is 8 and 8.5. Outstanding is 9 plus. I don't give 10s, so 9.5 kind of is a 10 from me if you ever hear me say 9.5. But I know that's rambling. But for this, I'm definitely going with a 6.5 out of 10. Now, in regards to Azzaro Pour Homme Low, let's smell this one and see how it's drying. It's definitely got a little bit of fresh and green herbal type of smell going with a little bit of wood. It's gotten a little bit creamy, so there's potentially some sandalwood in here. I could be wrong, but it's got a light creamy smell, a little bit of wood, and the greens that I'm getting, this herbal smell, is kind of stopping it from being too creamy. This is another one that I really like, but I could see some, like I said before, thinking it's got an old man smell because it's a classic style fragrance. But this is another one that I think is better than good, at the very least. This is classier than all of the fragrances in this video. This is the one, if I was to be throwing an Oxford on, or potentially a blazer or a suit, and these were the four I had to pick from, it would go between Fougeres Marine and this, but I think this would win out because this has more of a classier, classic style to it. And for that, I think I'm going to give this one a 6.5 out of 10 as well. I think it's better than good. Not quite very good, but it's better than good. And for $17, I mean, that could warrant it another half a point, but I'm not going to factor price in here. I'm just going to go strictly off of the scent, how I feel it's developing, and what settings I think it would be best for that I would want to use it for. So for Azzaro Pour Homme Low, my first impression score is a 6.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. I couldn't tell you the last time I said that number. Is everybody going to feel like that? No. It's a nostalgia play for me. So understand, me giving Fougeres Marine a 9.5 out of 10 is because it has taken my most beloved scent profile ever in my life and made a higher quality, stronger version of it. So for me, Fougeres Marine is a 9.5 out of 10. I will be doing a full review on this. I will be discussing it alongside Tommy Cologne. I'm super, super excited to have put this fragrance in my possession. I'm more excited to get this fragrance than possibly anything else this year. And I didn't even know it was going to be the case. I was kind of nonchalantly, it's time for me to try it. I've heard it's kind of like Tommy, let me try it. I didn't think I would feel this way when I smelled it. It's incredible. It's super great. And look, there's some that will be like, I can't believe you really, that's the rating? It's because I feel that way about Tommy Cologne. So just know it's a very extremely nostalgic bias for me giving this a 9.5 out of 10. I'm mainly speaking to those that like Tommy Cologne when I say it's an olfactive experience you need to have. If you love Tommy and you can spare the like 70 bucks I think I paid for this tester. And look, if you have Tommy and like it, this is blind buy safe. That's the only people I would say this is blind buy safe for. If you're a fan of the original Tommy Cologne and you've been looking for just a better version of it, this is it, and it's blind buy safe for you. FragranceNET, after the 37% off code, I think it was $70 I paid for this. It might have been 60 something even. I don't remember exactly. I'll have a link to FragranceNET below, but with the 37% off code. But this, yeah, Fougeres Marine from Montale for me, 9.5 out of 10. Last but not least, Mancera, Soleil d'Italie. Oh, that's drying down nice. This is beautiful. This is a great fragrance. I could see this being others' favorite. Like, if there wasn't the nostalgia tie, like say Fougeres Marine wasn't so freaking accurate to Tommy Cologne, this would probably have, they would probably be neck and neck in rating because it's, I mean, I don't know how to picture Fougeres Marine not smelling like it does, but this would have been the highest rated fragrance if that wasn't in there, because I'm thinking this is every bit of an 8 out of 10. This is a very good fragrance. This is actually great. Yeah, so 7 and 7.5 is very good. 8, 8.5 is great. This is a great fragrance, I think. I don't even care if it only lasts 4 or 5 hours on my skin. I highly doubt that's going to be the case with a Mancera fragrance. It's probably going to be somewhere in the 6 to 8 hour range at minimum, probably more so in the 8 hour range, even for as fresh as it is. But this is probably the most versatile, most usable in most situations and settings of the fragrances in this video. I feel like this dresses up, dresses down. It's strong enough to where if you just like fresh fragrances, you don't want to try darker stuff, you don't like heavy spice, you're not a tobacco fragrance guy, you're not big into boozy fragrances. If you're not into any of that, you just want fresh, people around you are going to like it, but you get performance out of it, and it doesn't smell cheap at all, this is the one. It's versatile. It'll work in every season. Dress up, dress down. It'll shine. Your girl can steal sprays from you. It'll probably smell great on her. I can't wait to see what my wife says about it. I think it's great. It's every bit of an 8 out of 10. Well, I was slightly overwhelmed at a few points in this video because I was not completely expecting what I got here, especially with Fougeres Marine. But I'm happy with all 4 of these. So 8 successful blind buys. Well, 7 because Dolce & Gabbana K EDT, I used to have a decant of it. That wasn't a blind buy. But the 8 fragrances I bought from FragranceNET that were split into 2 packages, which made for 2 videos, I'm super happy with. I'm super happy with. Be on the lookout for comparison videos and fragrance reviews on these. I'm working on some reviews right now. Mercedes-Benz Man Gray, for example, from the last video. I've worn that several days in a row. Working on a review for that. That'll be out within the next few days. Yeah, these are some really good fragrances. I'm happy with everything I've added to my collection. There's some variety here, but all built for the upcoming weather, minus the Homme Absolute. That's the only dark fragrance I bought from FragranceNET recently. But this was a show out situation here for Soleil d'Italie and Fougeres Marine. I'm blown away by how good they are, how much they suit my taste, and then just the accuracy to Tommy Cologne for Fougeres Marine. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of you, I'm sorry I keep staying on Fougeres Marine. I'm so happy with this fragrance. I am. I'm just so happy with it. How many of you have tried it? What do you think about it? Are you happy that I'm happy? You know what I mean? Or are you a fan of Tommy and it's good to know you were waiting to hear my opinion on how accurate it was to Tommy before you pulled the trigger yourself? And like I said, you Tommy Cologne lovers, Fougeres Marine is a safe blind buy for you. It is. If you love Tommy Hilfiger, Tommy Cologne, Fougeres Marine from Montale is a safe buy. You will love it if you love Tommy Cologne. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these 4 and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.